Your engine dies at 70 miles per hour with no warning. Scary, right? That's a failing fuel pump and most drivers miss the signs. We're revealing 15 warning signs, some obvious, some sneaky. Sign number 3 could save you from a highway disaster. Don't risk getting stranded. Watch all the tips now. Welcome to CarCulture-X, your guide to avoiding costly breakdowns and repairs. Sign number 15. Difficulty starting your car. One early warning sign of a failing fuel pump is your car taking longer to start than usual. You turn the key or push the button, and instead of roaring to life, the engine cranks and cranks before finally starting. Your fuel pump builds pressure in the fuel system when you start the car. A healthy pump does this in about 2 seconds, but a worn pump struggles, leaving your engine under-pressurized. This often happens after the car sits for hours, especially overnight. If it happens frequently, your pump is tired. Don't ignore it. What starts as a few extra seconds of cranking can turn into a no-start situation, leaving you stranded. Replacing a fuel pump costs $400 to $1,000, far cheaper than a tow or the inconvenience of being stuck. Sign number 14. Engine sputtering at high speeds. You're cruising along at 65 miles per hour when suddenly your engine hesitates or sputters for a second or two, then returns to normal. This happens because a failing fuel pump can't maintain consistent pressure under high demand. At highway speeds, your engine needs maximum fuel flow. A weak pump struggles to keep up, causing momentary fuel starvation. The engine sputters because it's not getting the fuel it needs exactly when it needs it. This is particularly dangerous because it often happens during highway driving. Imagine losing power while passing another vehicle or merging into traffic. The safety implications are serious. Many drivers mistake this for bad gas or a spark plug issue, but if it happens consistently at higher speeds or under acceleration, your fuel pump is the likely culprit. This symptom often comes and goes, which makes it easy to dismiss. Don't. It's a clear warning that failure is approaching. Sign number 13. Loss of power under load. When climbing a hill or merging onto the highway, your car suddenly loses power, though the engine stays on. This happens because a failing fuel pump can't supply enough fuel under high demand. The engine needs maximum fuel, but the weak pump can't keep up, causing power loss that feels like the car is choking or holding back. The engine management system reduces timing or boost to protect itself, which you feel as reduced power. This symptom starts occasionally and worsens as the pump deteriorates, eventually leading to complete failure. If it happens regularly, get your fuel system checked immediately. A fuel pressure test takes about 20 minutes and costs $50 to $100, a small price compared to being stranded or risking an accident due to sudden power loss. Sign number 12. Engine surging. You're driving at a constant speed with steady throttle input, but your engine RPMs fluctuate randomly. The car speeds up and slows down without you touching the accelerator. A failing fuel pump delivers inconsistent fuel pressure, causing your engine to receive varying amounts of fuel. When pressure spikes, the engine gets more fuel and accelerates. When pressure drops, the engine slows down. This creates the surging sensation. It's incredibly annoying and concerning because you're not in complete control of your vehicle's speed. This can be dangerous in traffic or on curved roads where maintaining consistent speed is important for safety. Engine surging is often mistaken for transmission problems or throttle body issues, but if accompanied by other symptoms on this list, your fuel pump is likely the culprit. Sign number 11. Whining noise from the fuel tank. Here's a symptom many drivers miss. A high-pitched whining noise coming from the rear of your vehicle where the fuel tank is located. Fuel pumps normally make a quiet humming sound when you first turn the key, but you usually can't hear it inside the car. When a pump is failing, the whine becomes louder and more noticeable. This happens because internal components are wearing out, bearings are degrading, or the pump motor is struggling. The whine might be constant when the car is running, or it might come and go. If you hear this noise, your pump is telling you it's working harder than it should. Internal wear is creating friction and noise. This is actually one of the earlier warning signs, so catching it now gives you time to plan for replacement before you're stranded. To check for this, turn your key to the on position without starting the engine. Listen carefully near the fuel tank. You should hear a brief, quiet hum lasting about 2 seconds. If it's loud or sounds strained, that's your warning. Before we continue with the remaining signs, if you're finding this information valuable, do us a favor and hit that subscribe button. Now, let's keep going with sign number 10, and this one affects your wallet immediately. Sign number 10. Decreased fuel efficiency. A failing fuel pump can cause your engine to run rich or lean, both of which kill fuel economy. When the pump can't maintain proper pressure, your engine's computer tries to compensate by adjusting the fuel mixture. This often results in burning more fuel than necessary to maintain performance. Additionally, a weak pump makes your engine work harder to get the fuel it needs, which reduces efficiency. You might see a drop of 2 to 5 miles per gallon, which adds up quickly. Over a year, that could mean spending an extra $300 to $600 on fuel. If you're tracking your fuel economy and notice a steady decline without explanation, especially combined with other symptoms from this list, your fuel pump deserves investigation. Many drivers never notice this symptom because they don't track their mileage, but it's costing them money every time they fill up. Sign number 9. Car won't start after sitting in heat. Your car won't start after sitting in hot weather but starts fine when it cools. On a hot day, you park in the sun, come back, and the car won't fire. But the next morning it works. A failing fuel pump relies on gasoline for cooling. In extreme heat, internal components expand, increase friction, and the pump can't function. Once cooled, it works temporarily. This heat-related intermittent failure is a classic sign of a dying pump and will worsen over time, eventually causing complete failure even in cooler conditions. Mention this hot weather pattern to your mechanic. It helps diagnose the problem faster and accurately. Sign number 8. Check engine light with fuel system codes. If your car shows codes like P0087, fuel rail pressure too low, P0230, fuel pump circuit, or P0171, system too lean, it's a warning. Modern sensors monitor fuel pressure and mixture, triggering the check engine light when the pump can't maintain proper pressure. Many drivers ignore the light if the car seems fine, but these codes are early warnings that can prevent complete failure. Scanning codes is quick and often free at auto parts stores. If you see fuel-related codes, get a fuel pressure test immediately. A $100 diagnostic now can save you from a $1,000 emergency repair and towing later. Don't wait. The computer is telling you something is wrong. Sign number 7. Engine misfires. If your engine runs rough, shakes or jerks, and the check engine light flashes, it could be a misfire. While spark plugs or ignition coils often cause misfires, a failing fuel pump can also be the culprit. If the pump can't deliver enough fuel to certain cylinders, they misfire, especially under acceleration or load when fuel demand is highest. Unlike ignition-related misfires, fuel-related misfires worsen under stress. Persistent misfires can damage your catalytic converter, costing $1,000 to $2,500, reduce power, increase emissions, and harm engine components. If ignition components have been replaced and the problem continues, check the fuel pump. Proper diagnosis now can prevent costly secondary damage. Sign number 6. Stalling. During acceleration, you step on the gas pedal to accelerate, and instead of smoothly gaining speed, your engine bogs down and stalls. This is extremely dangerous in traffic situations. This happens because the fuel pump cannot supply the sudden surge of fuel needed for acceleration. Your engine needs an immediate increase in fuel delivery when you press the accelerator. A failing pump can't respond quickly enough or provide adequate volume, causing fuel starvation that kills the engine. This symptom often appears when accelerating from a stop, like at traffic lights or stop signs. You press the gas, the car hesitates, and then the engine dies. You have to restart the car, which is embarrassing and dangerous if you're blocking traffic. Some drivers report this happening when trying to pass other vehicles or merging onto highways, which are the worst possible times to lose power. If your car stalls during acceleration repeatedly, your fuel pump is likely the cause. This is a serious safety concern that requires immediate attention. Don't risk your safety or others on the road by delaying this repair. We're halfway through our list, and if these signs are helping you understand your car's problems, make sure you're subscribed to CarCulture-X. Now let's continue with sign number 5. Sign number 5, dead in the quarter tank zone. Mechanics call this the quarter tank curse. Your car stalls or won't start when the fuel gauge is a quarter tank or less, but runs fine with more fuel. As pumps age, they struggle to draw fuel from a low tank, and less fuel means less cooling, causing overheating. This combination stresses the pump, leading to failure. Drivers often don't notice until a mechanic points it out. Keeping the tank above half helps temporarily, but the permanent fix is a pump replacement. Low fuel also pulls sediment through the pump, speeding its death. If your car only acts up at low fuel, it's a clear warning your pump is failing. Sign number 4, sudden power loss, then recovery. You're driving when the engine suddenly dies for a second or two, then instantly comes back to life. This momentary loss of power can be terrifying, often with all dashboard lights flashing. It's like your car had a mini heart attack. This happens because the fuel pump is cutting out intermittently. Internal components are failing, electrical connections breaking, or the motor dying. Each incident brings the pump closer to permanent failure. The randomness makes it dangerous. You never know when it will happen, whether on the highway or at a stoplight. Some drivers get weeks of warnings, others experience only a few before being stranded. If this happens even once, have your fuel system checked immediately. Don't wait. The next time might be the last time your pump works. This is your final warning before total failure. Sign number 3, starting only after multiple attempts. Sign number 3 could save you from a highway breakdown. Your car won't start on the first try. You turn the key, it cranks but doesn't fire, then starts after multiple attempts. Unlike extended cranking, this happens in several full tries, showing the fuel pump can't consistently prime the system. Each start is a gamble. Today it works, tomorrow it might not. Ignoring this often leads to complete pump failure and being stranded. Towing can cost $75 to $150, plus emergency labor, while a pump replacement ranges from $600 to $1,200 if delayed. Don't risk it. Schedule a repair immediately before your fuel pump decides for you. Sign number 2, engine dies while driving. You're cruising when suddenly everything shuts off. Engine, power steering, brakes, all gone. You coast to a stop, turn the key, and it starts again. This is extremely dangerous, especially at highway speeds, as you lose control and stopping power. It usually means the fuel pump is experiencing electrical issues or the motor is seizing, cutting fuel to the engine. It may work again temporarily, but eventual permanent failure is likely. Don't risk driving further. Get your car to a mechanic or tow it immediately. The cost of a tow is far less than risking an accident. Your safety and others' lives are far more valuable than trying to limp the car home. If this video is saving you from a potential breakdown, show your support by subscribing to CarCulture-X and hitting that like button. Now, here's the final sign that means your pump is about to fail completely. Sign number 1. Complete, no start with good battery. The number 1 sign your fuel pump is failing. Your car won't start at all, even though the battery is fine. The engine cranks, all electrical systems work, but the engine won't fire. This is complete fuel pump failure. The pump has stopped delivering fuel, so no amount of cranking will start the engine. Normally, you should hear a brief hum from the pump when turning the key on. If you hear nothing, the pump is dead. At this point, you'll need a tow and a replacement, which costs $400 to $1,000 depending on your vehicle, plus possible towing or labor fees. Most total failures are preventable. Earlier warning signs often appear long before this point. Paying attention and addressing them early lets you schedule repairs on your terms, avoiding inconvenient breakdowns and costly emergencies. There you have it. 15 warning signs your fuel pump is about to fail, from early symptoms like hard starts and whining noises to dangerous signs like stalling and total power loss. Fuel pump problems are progressive. Catching them early saves money, prevents emergencies, and lets you schedule repairs on your terms. Which signs have you seen? Share in the comments to help other drivers. If this video helped, hit like and subscribe to CarCulture-X for more money-saving car tips. Watch our next video on maintenance mistakes that destroy engines. Listen to your car. It's trying to tell you something.